Chapter 8 Online Surfing. In this chapter, you will learn about communication through email, using Google Drive, online services of e-commerce, blogs, difference between a website and a blog, creating a podcast. Introduction. You have learnt in your previous classes that Internet means international network. The Internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that use the standard Internet Protocol Suite (TCP) or IP to link several billion devices worldwide. It can be connected through electronic, wireless, and optical networking technologies. In this lesson, we will learn about some interesting services provided by Internet. Email. How to use. Email stands for electronic mail. It is another use of the Internet which allows you to send and receive letters and other documents over the Internet all across the globe. This is the fastest, cheapest, and the most convenient way of sending mails, where every person has an email address to send and receive mail. This is a very affordable way to send across messages with attachments such as music, pictures, videos, or any sort of documents. An example of an email address is example@gmail.com. Some popular websites which provide this facility are Google, Yahoo, Rediffmail, Outlook, etc. Sign up, sign out. Signing up for an email service, you need to enter your name and your details to register for an email service. Signing in is to enter your email address or username and password to be able to read the emails you have in your mailbox. Signing out is to step out of the account. After signing out, no one can read your emails without knowing your email address and passwords. Framing emails. You can choose the option to compose an email and get going. An email requires the email address of the recipient to be entered. The recipient can be more than one. Also, if you don't want the actual recipients to know that the message is being sent to another person, to use BCC, blind carbon copy, the mail to the recipients. Then add the subject and the text body of the email. Having done this, click on Send. Attaching file. You can add music, video, document file to the email by clicking on the option to attach a file in the email. You can browse through any of the files in your computer and select the file you want to send. You can send more than one file at a time. There is a limit of 25 MB on the total attachment size. Reply forward email. To reply to an email is to revert back to the sender of the mail. There is an option to reply whenever we open an email. To forward an email is to send the conversation to another email address. There is an option of forwarding the mail. Click on the forward option, then enter the recipient's email address and click on Send. Adding labels to your emails. To be able to track your emails and locate the important ones, we can put labels on emails. This is a way to organize your emails in such a way that all the mails related to vouchers can be organized under the label voucher so that there is an ease of locating them later on. Using Google Drive. Google Drive is a free service from Google that allows you to store files online and access them anywhere using the cloud. Google Drive also gives you access to free web-based applications for creating documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and more. With Google Drive, you can upload and store all of your files online. You can then share these files with your team and access them from any computer, smartphone, or tablet. Fact file. Cloud storage is a service model in which data is maintained, managed, backed up remotely and made available to users over a network, typically the internet. Users generally pay for the cloud data storage on a per consumption monthly rate. Why use Google Drive? Google Drive is one of the most popular cloud storage services available today, offering 15 gigabytes, 15 GB of free storage space because files can be accessed from any computer with an internet connection. Google Drive eliminates the need to email or save a file to a USB drive. You can easily share your files with anybody in the world. Creating files on Google Drive. Google Drive doesn't just store your files, it also allows you to create, share, and manage documents with its own applications. Google Drive's applications are almost similar to MS Office applications. For instance, the types of files you can work with are similar to files that can be created with various Microsoft Office programs. Below are the types of files you can create and share on Google Drive. Documents. For composing letters, flyers, essays, and other text-based files similar to Microsoft Word documents. Spreadsheets. For storing and organizing information similar to Microsoft Excel workbooks. Presentations. For creating slideshows similar to Microsoft PowerPoint presentations. Forms. For collecting and organizing data. Drawings. For creating simple vector graphics or diagrams. Creating a Google account. In order to use Google Drive, you will need a Google account. Google accounts are free and signing up for one is fairly simple. In order to create a Google account, you will need to enter some information including your name, birth date, and location. Creating a Google account will automatically create a Gmail email address and a Google Plus profile. Once you have set up your Google account, you can access Google Drive by going to drive.google.com in your web browser. Fact file. If you have a Gmail address, you already have a Google account, so you won't need to create an account. You can simply sign into Drive using your Gmail information. You can also navigate to Google Drive from any Google page such as Gmail or Google Search by selecting a grid icon near the top right corner, then clicking Drive. E-commerce. Have you ever purchased a pair of shoes over the internet? Or maybe you have used your computer to sell an old phone. If so, you have taken part in electronic commerce, also known as e-commerce. Electronic commerce is the process by which businesses and consumers buy and sell goods and services through an electronic medium, generally internet. The benefits of e-commerce include its around-the-clock availability, the speed of access, the wide availability of goods and services from the consumer, easy accessibility, and international reach. Its disadvantages include sometimes limited customer service, consumers not being able to see or touch a product prior to purchase, and the waiting time for product shipping. Types of e-commerce. There are several types of electronic commerce. The most common is business to consumer, in which a business sells products or services directly to consumers over the internet. An example of a business to consumer e-commerce transaction would be an individual purchasing a pair of sneakers through Nike's website. Another type of electronic commerce is business to business, where companies sell products or services to other companies over the internet. An example would be the company GoDaddy, which sells domain names, websites, and hosting services to other businesses. Consumer to business electronic commerce involves consumers selling products or services to business. You have taken part in this form of e-commerce if you have ever completed a paid online survey where you have given your opinion about a product. Finally, there is a consumer to consumer e-commerce, which is where consumers sell products to other consumers. An example would be one consumer selling something that he or she no longer needs or wants to another consumer via a site like eBay or Amazon. Blogs. A blog, also called weblog or weblog, is a website consisting of entries, also called posts, appearing in reverse chronological order with the most recent entry appearing first. Blogs include features such as comments and links to increase user interactivity. Blogs are created using specific publishing software. Variations of term blog. Blogging, the act of writing a post for a blog. Blogger, a person who writes content for a blog. Blogsphere, the online community of blogs and bloggers. Fact file. Today there are over 100 million blogs with more entering the blogsphere every day. Creating blog. Follow these steps while making a blog. Know why you want to start a blog. Decide what your blog will focus on. Decide which of the blogging platform you will choose. Decide which web host to use. Register your domain name. Log in to your new blog and start blogging. Visit the website www.wpbeginner.com/start a WordPress blog and follow the detailed steps to create your own blog and enjoy blogging. Fact file. WordPress is by far the most popular and fastest growing blogging platform according to a recent web technology survey. Difference between a website and a blog. The basic difference between a blog and a website is theoretically the difference in how data is being presented, the format. Apart from that, in practicality, there is a fine line between a blog and a website. In fact, blog is a type of website. Weblog is blog. Website is a general term. Site on web is website. All blogs are websites, but not all websites are blogs. Here are some major differences. Blog, website. More frequently updated with new content. Content is generally static. Content is informally presented. Presentation is more formal. Language used is often simpler. Formal language used. Every post has its own page and home page shows posts in reverse chronological order. Homepage is like an index having hyperlinks of the content present on the web pages of the website. Can be managed by a single author. Generally managed by a team or company. You can subscribe to a blog updates. One-way communication. Not all people communicate through blogs. Almost everyone has a website. In fact, it is almost a requirement in business today. Podcast. A podcast is an audio show usually spread across a series of episodes, which can be downloaded from the internet and listened to either on a computer or an MP3 player. Almost all podcast services on internet are free. If you have got a smartphone or tablet, the easiest way to find and listen to podcast is through a dedicated podcasting app. Dozens are available online. Podcasts are also widely available on the web. Typically, a podcast creator will upload their content to a website, for instance, the BBC's podcast website, where users can either listen online or manually download the files. Summary. Email. Electronic mail allows you to send and receive letters and other documents over the internet. Google Drive is a free service from Google that allows you to store files online and access them anywhere using the cloud. Google Drive also allows you to create, share, and manage documents with its own applications. E-commerce or electronic commerce is a process by which businesses and consumers buy and sell goods and services through an electronic medium, generally internet. A blog, also called a weblog or weblog, is a website consisting of entries, also called posts, appearing in reverse chronological order with the most recent entry appearing first. A person who writes a content for a blog is called the blogger. All blogs are websites, but not all websites are blogs. Podcast is an audio show usually spread across a series of episodes which can be downloaded from the internet and listened to either on a computer or an MP3 player.